Yo, what is going on? It's your boy, Fine Dude. I'm back at it again with another video. And today's video, we're pretty much going to be talking about Ninjago Season 15 Crystalized Episodes 1 to 12 review. Now, before I even start the video, I said Ninjago Season 15 now because sadly I realized that both Ninjago Season 14 and 15, which was Seabound, were technically as one season. It's just part 1 and part 2. I don't know why that is, but it is. So pretty much I'm gonna go ahead and start a review. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell for any future videos. With that being said, let's begin with the video. So it's been a year since Nia was gone and the ninja were split up. They still don't know who the Vengestone buyer is ever since there was a new team called the New Ninja that stopped Miss Denometer. I don't even know how to say her name, but I don't care. The mayor and Ninjago like the new ninja because they don't destroy property and they're not too destructive like the other ninja, or like pretty much the ninja. Wu was looking for a solution for bringing Nia back. And all this been like a year. So just know it's been like a year since they're trying to find Nia and stuff. And legitimately, no one's changed. The only difference is that it's just been a year. And Wu has been looking for scrolls for Nia for like a year, which was weird. And everyone has been off their own, doing their own thing. Cole went out pretty much try to look for the team. Kai, Lloyd, and Jay, who was Kai pretty much was training his own students. Lloyd was a window washer, and Jay, who was in the lighthouse island where Dr. Julian was at first. They were willing to move on. Well, they were willing to move on for Nia, pretty much. We found out that Nia was still around, but also Niad, which was weird because Niad was the first elemental master of water. However, she was still alive, which kind of showed that when you're in your energy form as forged with both, when the user is formed with the both element, they're kind of like live for forever because they're one with their element. We realized that Nia is still around, but also Nia. Um, slowly remembered. Well, Nia ended up slowly remember who she is, but realized there's nothing. There's nothing that she can do. Nia gave her the idea of just getting rid of her elemental power, because since she's one with her elemental power, she's pretty much now one with the ocean. If she ends up getting rid of her elemental power now, she'll be free and lose her connection to the ocean. However, she wants to do that so that she don't forget the ninja. And keep in mind, this was one of her greatest fear, becoming ordinary with no elemental powers. This was one of her greatest fears in season 11. But however, now, because now she realized that she has a way greater fear, which was pretty much losing her friends, was far worse. So she went out looking for them in her energy form, which sadly she cannot keep her energy form like stable. Um, the ninja were tracking Miss Denometer next shipment of Bentstone, which was at the abandoned subway tunnel. They fought her, and the new ninja arrived and defeated her. The ninja were jealous of them, and sadly they were in fear of like where they don't even know if they're even a ninja team anymore. It looked like Ninjago doesn't need them or something like that. But out of nowhere, I believe because Kai spilled water and things of that nature, and we were arguing about Nia and stuff, Kai and Jay got into a fight. Nia appeared out of nowhere, from the spilled water, that she was losing form and that they need to drain her powers away. So Zane frees her so she doesn't lose form. The only way how they can do it is by Spirit Staff, because it does make sense regarding that the ninja were the ones, well, pretty much Kai was the one who elemental power was absorbed by Spirit using her staff. Um, that's the only way how, that's the ultimately the only way how Nia could be back to normal again. Um, That's pretty much the only way how to release her powers by Hespera's staff, but Hespera was said with locked away in Criterion prison, so the ninja had to ask the mayor can they bar her, but the mayor in his arrogance refused, so they had no choice but to break Hespera out of prison by themselves. The problem is, since Zane is needed for the breakout, who will freeze Nia so she doesn't lose form and melt? And the answer for that was Skylar, which Lloyd ended up calling her, which was weird because it should have been Kai who had called her, and it's crazy how Kai doesn't have her number, but Lloyd does. But anyway, and the weirdest part about it is that they nerfed Skylar's powers. when she pretty much can absorb anyone's power. She doesn't have, well, she can pretty much absorb anyone's powers. She doesn't have the power for long. It kind of wears out in like 5 hours or so. So she doesn't have the powers for long. She just have it at that period of time. Whereas Term Elements, she had the power and she still had the power. She didn't have to absorb anyone else's power when she already has it. So it's like they kind of put a limit to her power ability to where she can only absorb powers for only a period of time and use it for a period of time. Which I don't know what was the case of that, but I mean, I guess that's good because since Amber seemed like it was an element that was very like that looked very powerful. Kai, Lloyd, and Zane went to Kryptarian, where while Cole and Jay went to Borg Tower to retrieve Hespera's staff. Hespera's spear. I keep saying staff. They successfully broke her out, but they didn't get the spear because they were relocating it from Borg Tower to someplace else. So that they go back for it, they realized it was being moved to a whole different location. As they were getting it, they had new vehicles as they approached the truck. They fought against the new ninja along the way and got caught, but they ended up getting the staff. The what you call it, the spear afterwards, because that's where Hespera pretty much do her sorcery, using the spear. However, Hespera betrayed them and used the staff for her sorcery to blast the ninja. They should have listened to Wu ultimately. When it came to that, they should have just listened to him. But I mean, that's what Wu was pretty much saying. The new ninja came, and Lloyd told Hespera the only way for her to leave is if they ended up holding her end of the bargain, which was freeing Nia from her powers. Until she does that, then she cannot leave the monastery and she'll get caught along with the ninja. So instead, Hespera ended up freeing. So Hespera absorbed Nia's powers, and Nia turned to her old self again. Hespera escaped, and the ninja were arrested by the new ninja. The ninja was sent to the court, well, pretty much sent to court as Dareth was the lawyer. The judge didn't care about the ninja and their good deeds, and he ended up pretty much giving them a sentence of 5 years in Kryptarian. Probably even doubled it if they did something wrong. So pretty much they were going to jail for Hespera and freeing Hespera and stealing the the spear from out of Borg's tower, which they didn't get from Borg's tower. They got it from a truck that was being transported away from Borg's tower. Continuing on, they saw their past villains, Ultraviolet, Kilo, and this time they saw Ronin. But this time actually is pretty cool realizing that season 6 they were all in prison, Kryptarian prison, and now season 15 they're now in Kryptarian prison again. Some things just never change with them. Someone wanted to see Lloyd, and Lloyd thought it was Master Wu, but it was actually someone with a kabuki mask that talked about the Council of the Crystal King. Lloyd attempts to pursue the person, but the police stopped him and put him back into the cell. In the kingdom of Shintaro, Vangelis, Vangelis, who was in the cell, pretty much, well, aka the Skull Sorcerer. Some crystal spiders came inside his cell and told him that he was invited to join the Council of the Crystal King and gave him a new mask for him to wear and gain back his powers. Nia felt helpless without her elemental power, but finds inspiration as Samurai X from her old mech. Which was weird because, I mean, Samurai X, and it's like, Pixel is Samurai X, so I don't know what's going to happen to Pixel now. Or unless Nia just took the identity of Samurai X as something different because she ultimately just felt helpless. But ultimately, without elemental powers, Nia was never helpless because she was always as Samurai X and still fought. She wasn't like the other ninja. She was never like helpless. And the ninja weren't actually as helpless, but they weren't trained. Nia looked like she was already trained. That's the difference. However, she decided to form the Samurai X mech into a whole new model. Lloyd suspects that the Crystal King is gathering old foes. No, well, their old foes after hearing Aspera and the Skull Sorcerer were on the team of the Crystal King. We ended up seeing Pythor again. Out of like how many seasons we ended up seeing him again? It was like how many seasons? It was from season. We saw him The last time we ever saw him was from Day of the Departed. Then later on is after Day Departed. I forgot what else. It was like from there. Season 7, Season 8, Season 9, Season 10, Season 11, Season 12, Season 13, Season 14, Season 15. It's been like 9 seasons. 9.5 or 9 seasons pretty much. We have never seen Pythor in a long time. However, he was the next target of becoming becoming part of the council of the Crystal King. The ninja tried to escape to stop Pythor from escaping, but Pythor ended up escaping after creating a lot of noises. Dareth and Nia, in the form of Samurai X, helped the ninja, and Fujidub escaped from the prison. Yeah, I said it. Fujidub was with the ninja, apparently for some reason. Once the mayor heard of this, he decided to call Marshal Hound Dog McBrag to track them down. Dareth van broke down in the desert. Dareth van broke down in the desert as their gateway vehicle. The ninja had to split up to find Twitchy Tim's gas station since it was close around there. And if any one of them didn't make it, that means they must have got captured and they had to go on with the mission without them. Hound Dog McBrag was pretty much he's pretty much a whole new character. I think I don't know. His character was seemed very interesting at first, but it seemed very interesting. I don't know why. But I mean, it's cool to see these new people in Ninjago, such as the mayor and things of that nature, etc., etc. Although the mayor, I don't think I like the mayor, considering how he doesn't support the ninja too much after everything they've done for the city. However, Zane Kaindera took a ride with Sally, who was a wannabe singer. She stole her parents' van and thought the police were after her, but they were actually after the ninja. You know, Doghound McBrag was on a high speed chase with them. The ninja ended up losing him, though. Good job. Zane believed that Sally's roller coaster of emotions was telling her to go home, so they took her home. As Zane turned on his emotions, seeing the value of grief. So pretty much it was just about Zane learning the value of grief, pretty much ultimately. Cole, Lloyd, and Jay joined with the Cole, Lloyd, Jay, and Fujidub joined the others in Twitchy Tim's gas station. They needed to come up with a plan and idea who the Crystal King will meet next, or who would invite next. They thought the mechanic, since he was a huge threat to Ninja. Let's be real, he actually was a huge threat. I'm surprised what they did with his character. From a nobody, he was like F tier at first. In season 11, in season 12, Cole saw him as F tier, but now, however, later on throughout the season, after season 12, etc., now Cole sees him, or the ninja ultimately sees him now as S tier villain. So now they pretty much met Twitchy Tim, etc., etc. As soon as they ended up figuring out, like, after they came up with that conclusion, and etc., etc., Marshall Hound Dog McBride came as the ninja hid. Twitchy Tim weirdly ratted them out. Weirdly, I said, like, weirdly ratted them out. I don't know why he did that. And then Fujidub stayed behind, allowing the ninja to escape, but Fujidub pretty much got arrested. The ninja went to the mechanic, old base, fought him, tied him up, and Lloyd disguised him as the Crystal Spiders came and gave him the same invitation he gave to Pythor, Expera, and Skull Sorcerer. As they were tracking Lloyd, the mechanic broke free and fought the ninja and wanted to expose Lloyd as the imposter. The spiders saw that Lloyd isn't the mechanic, as Lloyd went to the table of all the other villains: Hespera, Pythor, Skull Sorcerer, and Mr. F. Mr. E and Mr. F, they're like the same prototypes, but Mr. F is a whole different prototype. Weird story, but you're gonna have to watch the season to find out. The person with the kabuki mask said that there was a imposter hidden among them and exposed Lloyd. Lloyd tried to escape, but they caught him. Lloyd was trapped in a cell and wanted to know who was the person behind the mask. The person behind the mask was no other than Harumi herself. Which I could have did his theory about this. I already knew there was a Harumi. I mean, it was no like, it was like I didn't like, it was no like guess. I already knew it was Harumi from the jump. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all pretty much season 1 to 12. I did a whole entire script about it. I knew it was gonna be pretty long, so that's why I took days back. I'm also uploading videos in my Brick Creator account. I'm gonna upload a video like ASAP. There'll be more videos coming out. Movie 5 will be fully in production, and Monday I'm gonna work on it, etc., etc. I'll make sure I get up to date with it, and hopefully by in 2 weeks it'll be done. And so, yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for enjoying this video. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.